Yo, what up? This is Jerome back in the house. I just got done, watching that game a couple of hours ago. I was over at my old lady's house, and after that game, I was kind of mad. I kind of figured the Golden State Cheaters was gonna win with Kevin. I can't beat him, so I joined him, Durant. And after the game, I got so mad, man. I just turned that shit off. And I took it out on my old lady. Had to go get me some trim. And and then I, turned on the computer and, I got NBA Jerry's, passwords and stuff. And his, his username and password. He left it up, when he came to the house one day. Like I said, I hacked into his shit. Don't tell him. And, but before I recorded my video, I had to hear him. I had to hear what he had to say. I listened to him, and then I listened to Oprah Syverson. I still ain't listened to Cash Nasty yet. I gotta hear him too. That's my homeboy too. Him and Oprah Side. And Oprah Side was going off, man. And rightfully so. He said it best. Kevin Durant done ruined the NBA. And he did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you let the best scorer go on to the best scoring team, what you think was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And, the NBA's got to do something about this. NBA Jerry is talking about when they blocked Chris Paul from going to the Clippers. He was right about that, They should have blocked Kevin Durant. So now it's going to be a bunch of cheesy shit because, now they gotta, Cleveland Cavaliers gotta pick up Carmelo Anthony or Paul George or Chris Paul or, all this stupid shit just to keep up with the, the Golden State Cheaters. And Kevin, I can't beat them, so I joined them Durant, But, hey, this is what the NBA wants. And then I was listening to the radio on my way home from my old lady's house because she mad at me because I was kind of rough with her tonight because I was pissed off. But, I apologized to her and stuff. I'll take her out for breakfast and stuff. But anyways, I was listening to ESPN radio. And I was listening to one of them shows. I forget what that nigga name is. And he cool too. He's a big black dude. He got a bald head. I like him, but he was saying some stupid shit tonight. He was, somebody was calling in because a lot of people mad about, Horace Grant Durant, taking the easy way out. And so a caller called in, and he basically said that, and then the dude who owned the show, the radio talk show host, was like, "Oh no, you can't be saying that. And he took the easy way, and there's no easy championship and all this bullshit." I mean, when you go undefeated in the West, now listen, I used to say this, the NBA is about matchups, and it is very hard to win a championship. But when you go to a team that was 73-9, and then you put Kevin Durant on there, it is easy to win a championship. I don't give a damn what the hell y'all talking about. Anybody is stupid for saying it wasn't easy for Golden State to win the championship. Hell, Even when they lose, they win. Game 3, they lost, they won. Game 4, the only reason the Cavs won that game because they have scored 49 points in the first quarter, 86 in the half, and they still almost came back and won that game. And they actually played quote unquote bad. So what the fuck y'all talking about? NBA championship ain't easy. Yes it is. With this fucking team it is. So I guess this is gonna be episode 1 of the Kevin, I couldn't beat him, so I joined him, Durant rants. There'll be many more to come. It's about 2 in the morning right now. So after this, I'm gonna listen to Cash Nasty. I seen the title of his video. He said something about this the worst day of my life. I think he's got to get a tattoo or some shit. He said. I don't know. I got to holler at that nigga, see what he talking about. Cause he talking about he gotta put a Golden State tattoo on him. He made a bet. Man, he crazy. The NBA Jerry, he gotta pay his barber some money. I told him not to bet, but he did it anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, luckily, the video I uploaded earlier, he didn't see it because, he don't be checking his account or nothing like that. He just be going up there and, upload his videos and he be hauling ass. He don't really be, checking in on it and stuff like that. So, this one here, I'm going to upload it and, I'm going to keep telling him not to talk about Durant, but I guess he couldn't help himself tonight. He was mad, boy. When he gets in the car and drive around, he mad. You know what I'm saying? But, I know Jerry for a long time. He a good guy, He like I said, he'll go off and curse, but he ain't gonna go off and curse like me. Like I am. Hell. But, like I said, Durant, Horace Grant, couldn't beat him, join him, Durant. The nigga's a bitch. Straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? And look, man, I respect him as a person. I like his mom. You know what I'm saying? And I liked him when he did the MVP speech a couple of years ago, 3 years ago. I got mad respect for Kevin Durant. Cause he was Oklahoma. But then when he turned his back on the city and not only shitted on his little brother Westbrook, cause that shit was stupid. When he was up there and on the podium the other night when what's his name? Stupid ass, geeky ass, black ass Draymond Green. Somebody asked him a question about him going off. He said, "Oh, what you think, I'm just crazy or something?" And then Durant tried to stick up for him the same way he did last year when somebody was talking about Russell Westbrook. I think it was Mark Cuban talking about Westbrook wasn't a superstar, and then Durant put his hand up there when they was on the podium talking about hold on, I got this. Mark Cuban's stupid. He's stupid for saying that he's an idiot or whatever the fuck he said. And that's the same dude that didn't call him up or text that man. Durant didn't text him and let him know he was leaving because he's a fucking coward. You know what I'm saying? He's a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And Russell Westbrook said it best that game. When they played him, somebody went over there to try to shake his hand on the Oklahoma City Thunder team. And you heard Westbrook. He said, "Don't shake that bitch ass nigga's hand. Don't dap him up." Whatever the hell he said, he was right. Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to leave the team. Like, I could see if he, went to the team and sat down and, put a game plan together to beat, Golden State. And if it didn't work, say, man, well, you know what? I'm gonna go over here, go to the East, Russell. I'm gonna go over here to Boston Celtics or the Wizards or something like that. What you think about that, man? And they'll talk about it. As you at least owe that man that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even do that. That's why Jordan fucks with Russell Westbrook and not you, because he even throwing shade at Kevin Durant, Jordan. When Jordan told I think he gave Russell Westbrook some kind of award, and he was in Oklahoma when he gave it to him. And Jordan usually don't come out for those kind of things, but he came out there for Russell Westbrook because he respect Russell Westbrook because he's a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Unlike Kevin, I couldn't beat him, so I joined him Durant. So, like I said, congratulations, like NBA Jerry said, to the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James, the real MVP. You know what I'm saying? Damn. And let me tell you, it would have been a lot different if they had won Game 3, but like I said, even when they lose, they win. So motherfuckers talking about that team, no team is easy to win the championship. Bullshit. And I don't know what the fuck the NBA is going to do next year. The Spurs ain't going to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody talking about, Kawhi Leonard, they was up 25 or 23 or whatever when Kawhi got hurt. Listen. Even if Kawhi played that game, they probably still would have came back. Maybe they would have lost. Golden State, cheaters. Maybe they would have lost that game. But they still would have won the damn series. Who the fuck is going to beat this team 4 out of 7? Nobody. So, it's just some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Oprah Syverson called Kevin Horace Grant Durant the biggest bandwagoner in NBA history, and I couldn't agree more. You know what I'm saying? He's a bitch for this. He got so many motherfuckers mad around the NBA. I mean, I've seen motherfuckers hate a player like LeBron when they hated him when he went to Miami, but at least, it took them a little bit to get together, because remember, they had 8 or 9 new players, you know what I'm saying, all them pieces, man, you know what I'm saying, because they had them 3 big contracts with the big 3, and then they had a bunch of role players, and they had to try to fit them in, and that's why they lost the 2011 finals along with LeBron, pulling a choke job, because he choked. I'm realistic now. That boy choked. But at the end of the day, they didn't just come in and just win the championship. They had to build it up and get some cohesiveness. But, Kevin the Coward Durant, that nigga just went into an already ready-made team. And Draymond bitch-ass Green, he done chased the man down to get him on the team before even the playoffs was even over with. That's what NBA Jerry said. I was reading that somewhere too. So, you go chase the man, and like I said, congratulations LeBron, because LeBron James is that good that a 73-9 team felt like they couldn't beat that nigga without Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? And all these Warrior fans, these bandwagon Warrior fans, y'all niggas be a fucking ashamed of yourself. You ain't no motherfucking fan like that. Damn. So anyway, this is episode 1 of many. And so tune in. And like I said, don't tell NBA Jerry I done hacked into his shit. Cause he's a nice guy. He'll get mad, but he ain't, he won't really do nothing cause he's a nice guy and stuff. But like I said, he wants to go in on him, but I'ma go in on him. So I'ma holler at y'all, alright? Peace.